Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Marko and today we are back with more Avatar: The Last Airbender, episodes number 11 and 12. Last time around we had fun episodes as always. Episode number 9 was dedicated to that little scuffle between three parties, right? Aang, Katara, Sokka and the gang, right? Momo actually played a big part there. And we had pirates who were selling that water bending scroll, right? That we in the end got with us anyways. And the Fire Nation, of course. And it was pretty funny how they ended up going there. It's because the uncle, Iroh, right, wanted to go and visit this like marketplace, and Zuko was like, whatever, let's do that, and then we will continue chasing after Avatar. And it turns out that Iroh actually led him directly to Avatar, man. It almost seems like Iroh is like acting a bit like a fool, and that he's actually like so smart and that he's able to tell where they will be, man. I don't know, maybe I'm just looking too much into it, man, but yeah, that was fun. Katara managed to learn a water whip technique, and we saw that Aang is a natural talent, man. He has he has gift. You can tell that he is Avatar. He's picking up things very easily, man. So Aang would learn all the bendings, it seems, very easily. But I don't know, maybe it's only water bending. Maybe earth bending or fire bending is much tougher, right? So far we know that in order to water bend, clearly, you need water. Unless it's like super freaking insane that if you are a master of water bending, you can like control the water inside of the people, because people are made out of water mostly, right? And that would be kind of OP, right? For earth, obviously you need earth. For air, you need air. That's literally the easiest one, right? And for fire, you just need to generate fire, man. So fire is, I assume, the most difficult one to master, probably for Aang as well. And given that we are fighting against Fire Nation, there is no surprise about that, man. It's gonna be tough for him to learn that probably, but yeah, also at the same time, Roku was from the Fire Nation, so if we can communicate with him again, that will make things easier. So yeah, we still have that task of stopping the meteor that Fire Lord Ozai wants to use, just like Sozin did back in the day. But yeah, we are on these like little side adventures. We met freedom fighters, we met Jet. At first glance, very cool, like rebellious group, right, of orphans. It's super cool concept, man. They all went through so much shit, right? They lost their parents. They made this treehouse village, basically. They're ambushing Fire Nation and their troops wherever they go, right? And they're stealing shit from them and trying to make them pay back for what they did with their lives. But in the end, Jet went too far, man, willing to even sacrifice some poor people's lives, man, and to destroy families by destroying that water dam. That was too much, and I was so glad that Sokka saw what kind of person he is when he attacked that old man, and Sokka was basically right that episode, and he was he was the MVP, man. And in the end, Katara was very disappointed, Aang as well, and I think they didn't even unfroze him. He's still stuck on that tree up there. So yeah, they were very disappointed. But we are moving on. It's time for episode number 11. Let's go, guys. Here we go, guys. Everything is ready. Let's start.
Water. Earth. Fire.
That was so cool how he kicked
Air.
piece of the stone of the earth from the ground and then kick it.
I believe Aang can save the world.
We all do, and it's gonna happen for sure. But the journey towards there is gonna be probably very rough. The Great Divide. Ooh, I like that title. Sokka, he's setting up the tent.
Aren't you forgetting the tarp?
Right, got it. But seeing how it's the dry season, you're not. Besides, that tarp makes a pretty warm blanket.
But what if it does rain?
It's gonna rain.
Then I would have put the tarp up for nothing.
It's gonna rain.
Ugh, you're infuriating.
Katara, why don't you
That's
worry
some classic
about gathering
sibling
the firewood,
energy.
because that kindling's looking pretty sorry.
Well, if you don't like my firewood,
Fine by me. If you're not gonna
She
do
got
your
really
job-
upset.
okay.
Okay, he's now
You
acting
guys
like
got
a
Hey, where's the campfire?
child. He is a child. Out of pocket,
King
bro.
of the tents.
Okay, listen guys. Harsh words won't solve problems.
Yeah, look at the wise avatar,
Why don't you
Aang.
just switch jobs?
Sounds good.
Whatever.
He's so smug, look at him. Appa, that's so rude. Oh, Momo snatched the door. He gave it to Aang. Oh, he solved the feud between
Come
two
on,
of them
Momo,
as well.
That's fair. Appa's got 5 stomachs.
Comparing the size, right? 5 stomachs.
There it is, guys.
Oh,
The Great Divide.
How can you not be fascinated, Sokka? This is the largest canyon in the entire world.
I would be very
Sure we'll be able
fascinated.
to see it very
For
clearly
sure.
from the air while we fly away. Hey, if you're looking for the canyon guide, I was here first.
Ooh, canyon guide. Sounds informative.
Believe
Okay.
me, he's more than a tour guide. He's an. Now you're next.
Which
You wouldn't
tribe?
be calm if the Fire Nation destroyed your home and forced you to flee.
Oh.
My whole tribe has to walk thousands of miles to the capital city
They
of
actually
Ba
went
Sing
through
Se.
You're
very
a
similar
refugee.
situation.
Tell me something I don't know.
He's from a refugee tribe.
Is that your tribe?
It most certainly is not. That's the Zhang tribe, a bunch of
Zhang
low-life
tribe.
thieves.
Love life
They've been the
thieves.
enemies of my tribe
Jeez.
for 100 years.
Yeah,
Stealing
considering
it.
their attire, they
the
seem
rest
like
of the
more
Gan Jin.
wild.
Still tidying up there.
Wait,
Think of stealing it.
it's
Or
Zhang
the
and
rest of
Gan
Gan
Jin.
Jin.
The canyon guide is an
Of course you
airbender,
didn't.
okay.
That's the ignorance I'd expect from a messy Zhang. So unorganized and ill-prepared for a journey.
They really hate each other's gods, bro. He has balls. He's saying that to all of them. Oh, Dirtbender. Is that the canyon guide? Oh, he looks like a super wholesome old guy.
Who's ready to cross this here canyon?
Hell yeah, brother.
People who aren't here.
Guess
That's
you guys have to make
facts.
the trip tomorrow.
Damn.
Wait,
But
here
there they
come.
are. Oh god. Yeah, they look more like peaceful, complete contrast,
You're not
contrast
seriously
to
gonna
Zhang.
cave into these spoiled Gan Jin?
Wouldn't have so many sick people if you weren't such slobs.
Oh my
If you
god!
Gan Jins
Even
were
the
so
wise old
clean,
man,
maybe you wouldn't live to be
they're
so
throwing
old.
shots at each other.
Well, Aang, ready to put your
Jesus.
peacemaking skills to the test?
Yeah, we began episode with them making peace, so...
These people have been feuding for 100 years.
And
Everyone
you're the
listen up.
avatar, you will be able to resolve
This
it.
is the Avatar. And if you give him a chance,
Why
I'm
not
sure
go
he can come up with a
all?
compromise that will make
Why
everyone
can't all of them
happy.
go?
Mother?
Absolutely
Ta-da!
not. We'd rather be taken
For
by
example?
the Fire Nation than travel with those stinking thieves.
Yo!
We wouldn't travel
They
these
have
pompous
no
fools
chill.
I am not
Alright, here's the deal. You're all going down together and Appa here will fly your sick and elderly across. Does that seem fair?
Oh, sick and elderly with Appa. They accept that. Okay. There we go, Aang.
I'm not sure. But when have I ever been?
I'm
He's
already
the Avatar, Sokka.
loving everything
Making
about this episode. The way that it's called Great Divide. And we literally have divide between these two tribes. And we have divide between the siblings, Katara and Sokka. Between Momo and Appa, man. And Aang being in the middle of it, man. Trying to resolve all the issues, man. This is
Peace
already
between
like
people is his
so
job.
nice.
His job's gonna make us cross this whole thing on foot, isn't it?
Okay, now comes the bad
Pretty
news.
much.
No food allowed in the canyon.
I'm
It
sorry.
attracts
What?
Dangerous predators.
What are you supposed to eat?
This is ridiculous.
Oh, you babies can go.
It's gonna
with
be a
me
long
without
way.
Food. In your gut. or
Yeah,
in the
eat up.
garbage.
Get your calories. They're eating with
Appa's gonna
chopsticks.
take good care of you till we
They're
get
eating
there.
with hands. Considering their names, they definitely seem like Asian inspired, right? That's so dope.
Bending.
Nice bending.
Job's much more than bending, kid. Folks want information. Many of you are
So he's like a
probably
tourist
wondering how
guide,
canyons are formed.
probably.
Experts tell us this can bring them a proper sacrifice.
Oh god. That is pretty cool, but that's also very dangerous, because the spirits are still angry.
Sacrifices.
Yeah. How motivating, right?
Okay.
This guy loves his job.
These people are fleeing the Fire Nation, aren't they? Followed.
Oh.
We'll be safe now.
What the fuck? Hell no, bro, that's a giant spider! It's so creepy, dude. Nice one, Sokka. He saved him. He switched focus on him, though. Yo, what is this creature? She used water whip. Oh, nice.
Crawler.
Canyon crawler.
And there's sure to be more.
Your
Oh, he's
arms,
hurt.
they're broken.
Broken arms,
My
poor
arms, I
guy.
got no bending.
Jesus.
We're
How are they
trapped in
supposed to
this
go
canyon.
there? And we don't have food. Okay, this is getting really messed up really quick. How are they getting out of here now?
I thought the whole point of ditching our food was so we wouldn't have to deal with things like canyon crawlers.
They brought food?
If there's anyone who can't go without food for a day,
Oh,
it's you
he's
pampered
accusing them. They
Gan Jins.
think that
I hope
that's
you're happy.
why
We're
the
stuck
spider
in this
attacked.
canyon with no way out.
Why don't you thank yourself, food hider?
Look, sticking together is the only way to...
I'm not walking another step with the likes of them.
We need to get out of this canyon. I
Even
won't
he is
die
panicking
down
right
here.
now.
I won't become part of the food chain.
See? We're going to become part of the food chain because of you.
Sure, unjustly blame the Zhangs like you always do.
Gladly.
Enough! I
Gladly.
can help you guys get along, but I guess that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, it seems like a very tough job.
We should split up. Zhangs on this side and Zhangs on that side. We'll travel in
Oh,
2 separate lines.
he's dividing them.
Sokka, you go with the Zhangs, and Katara, you go with the Gan Jins. See if you can find out why they hate each other so much.
Oh, nice. Like an intel gathering mission. Would like to know that as well. They're setting up a camp.
So you guys aren't gonna put up your tarps?
What for? It's the dry season.
Exactly!
Besides, we like to use the tarp as a blanket.
Finally, someone gets it.
Sokka is on the right side, man. I mean, from his POV. And this is completely
You really
opposite,
think
yeah.
it'll rain?
No, but you can never be too careful, right?
That's more like Katara's. Yep. The sides that they fit in, but in the end, just like Sokka and Katara, they will have to make up. The food, wow, they brought the
Would you care for some
food.
bread, Katara?
So it was you guys who had food.
I think that Zhangs,
You really think
brought
that tribe
it
of
as
thieves
well.
isn't smuggling food? Why should my people go hungry when
Your tribe hate the Zhangs so much.
you seem like a smart girl, Katara? I bet you would enjoy hearing some history.
hell yeah, man, I'm very interested as well. Okay, we have a
The
flashback, it
patriarch
seems.
of our tribe, Jin Wei, was an earthbender warrior
Jin
who was
Wei.
assigned an important duty.
He looks
transporting
badass.
Our sacred orb from the Great Eastern Gate to the Great Western
The
Gate.
eastern gate to the western gate.
Suns rising and setting. It was our
It's like
tribe's
Journey to the
ancient
West, right?
Redemption ritual. But as he approached the gate, Jin Wei was attacked by one of the Zhang. A
Wow.
vermin named Wei Jin. who
Wei
looked
Jin.
orb with
That's
envy.
quite similar name.
That coward Wei Jin and stole
Just like
our sacred
replacing
orb.
the words.
Our people have never forgotten. You
I
can
mean-
never trust a Zhang.
That is very fucked up, man. That is very fucked up what happened. But that is only their side of the history, right?
We're endangering everybody by bringing food down here.
Mm-hmm.
The Gan Jins think so badly of us,
He's
they
enjoying.
probably assumed we brought food in and decided to bring food in themselves. That's why we brought food in.
That's very true.
Conflict
But
with
at
the
least.
Gan Jin goes back over 100 years.
Okay, let's hear their part of the story. There is
Our
the gate.
forefather, Wei Jin, was leaving the western gate of our village when he saw a figure in the distance and stopped to help him. Jin Wei was transporting a sacred orb, a very powerful relic used in his tribe's redemption ritual. Important, and asked him to take it back to his tribe.
To take it back to
Kind
his
Wei
tribe.
Jin promised to send help for the man as soon as he could. But as Wei Jin crossed the border to return the orb into Gan Jin territory, he was arrested. 20 long years in prison.
Jesus.
We Zhangs will never forget that injustice.
That's just terrible.
Maybe there is some truth to
gonna
both
finish
of those stories, but yeah, Sokka didn't
Sure would
care
be nice
that
to
much.
be around one of those campfires, telling stories and laughing.
Ah, yeah. Kinda sucks
It's
for
okay,
Aang.
Mom.
Oh, there's the
I
old
wish I
guy.
could help these people get along, but it just seems impossible.
Look at him, bro. His leg is
Anyhow,
fucked
I
up
guess
as
our
well.
biggest problem is getting out of here.
I'm not so sure the two problems are unrelated. Side.
Katara,
And they meet
Sokka,
again.
will these people cooperate long enough to get out of the canyon?
I don't think so, Aang. The Zhangs really wronged the Gan Jins. They ambushed Jinwei and stole the sacred orb.
What are you talking
Here
about?
comes Sokka now.
Yeah, Katara, what are you talking about?
Not punished enough, if you ask me.
Okay,
Oh,
okay,
shit.
I get it. Now I need your help. Let's get everyone together at the base of the canyon wall.
The nails.
Oh, brother.
I forgot that to the gun.
Here we go again.
Unclipped fingernails is a crime punishable by 20 years in jail.
That's a punishable
Dirty
crime.
thief.
You
Okay,
pompous
she's saying that because of the joke.
Focus! How many times do I have to say it? Harsh words won't solve problems.
Do they mean by action to like fight?
Words will never solve.
Oh god, they will took that completely wrong. And Aang was thinking that he finally did it. Oh shit, they pulled out the weapons. This is bad. Yeah, they're literally fighting to death. His beard. And her hair. Oh god. They're both very skilled though. Nice. Do not anger the avatar. That face.
Food? Everyone got a snack for a day? You're
Look at her
awful.
collecting the food.
Awful.
I like how expressive his face is. Look at him. And he's hungry as fuck. That looks godly. Wants it so badly. Oh god. It's a whole fucking pack of these
Oh no! That's a
spiders.
lot of canyon crawlers.
Way too
We barely
much.
survived one.
Yeah.
They're coming back for me.
Poor guy.
And they're coming back for me.
He thinks that
Sokka,
he's dead.
wait. I don't care about this stupid feud.
Aang is trying to keep them away, but they seem more aggressive. Oh my god. Ah, so disgusting, bro. Yeah, these fuckers are durable. That was so close. It almost ripped that person's legs off. Oh no. They're gonna get hurt, man. Let's go, Katara! He's getting chased. Yeah, everyone is in trouble. Maybe Aang will need to tap into like the avatar state. They're eating the food that they brought, right? Whoa. That's crazy. They're going to ride them? Yeah, they're making it seem like this is so easy, man.
Getting out of this hole.
Yeah, they're gonna use them as a means of transport, man. That's fucking crazy. Well, I was not expecting this at all.
Everyone, get off!
Nice idea, Aang. Very scary and dangerous one, but and I'll go back there. Whew, that
I
was
never
tense.
thought a Gan Jin could get his hands dirty like that.
And I never knew you Zhangs were so reliable in a pinch.
There we
Perhaps
go.
we're not so different after all.
Finally.
Too bad we can't rewrite history. You thieves stole.
I mean,
But
I really
Aang
knew
maybe
them.
actually
Might
knew
not
them,
look it,
yeah.
But I'm 112 years old.
Wow.
100 Jin Wei and Wei Jin weren't enemies. They were brothers. Twins, in fact.
Brothers!
And most importantly, they were just playing a game. The sacred orb from the legend,
That's crazy!
and the eastern and western gates for the goalposts. Jin Wei
Bro,
had the ball and
I
went
hope
on
he's
toward
not
the
making
goal
this
when
up.
the ball went bounds. So the official put him in the penalty box. Not for
It's a
20 long
panda.
years, but for 2 short minutes.
Bro.
No stealing and no putting anyone in prison. A regular ball.
And the
What
fact that
about
they
our
have
tribe's
such
protection
a
ritual?
That's what the game was called.
history
Redemption.
of like
As soon as
arguing
someone got the ball
and
from one
fighting
goal to the other,
because of that.
everyone would yell, "Redemption!" There's differences enough to share the same playing field.
They're
I suppose it's time
brothers.
to forget the past.
And look to the future.
Let's go, man. And in the end, yeah, just like we thought, Aang end up resolving
Good to see
this
you, boy.
divide as
Did
well.
you miss me? I try.
Oh,
Because
Let
Appa
us
licked
travel
him
to the Earth Kingdom capital as one tribe.
as one tribe. He literally united them.
I'm sick of this place.
Poor guy.
That's some luck you knew, Jin.
You could call it lying.
What?
He actually
thing up.
made that up.
You did not. That is so wrong.
Now where's that custard tart?
Fuck!
Starving.
Now I'm curious what actually happened, bro. I kinda had this feeling, man, that he might be lying, but we saw the episode with Boomy as well, right? And he was literally Aang's friends from 100 years ago, man. But yeah, when he said that it was 2 kids and that they were so young playing with a ball and the jail, like that's too fucking crazy, right? Considering their history of fighting and arguing, like how did they get such a misinformation? But now the episode ended and we don't know what exactly happened, whose side is right and whose side is wrong. But I guess at the end of the day, ultimately it doesn't matter, man. That's the stuff of the past, and people should look towards the future and work with each other, right? And yeah, that's definitely what they should do, right? But also at the same time, history is important, right? And some things in the past, right, that happen, it should be like remembered, so that if it's something bad, right, so that people don't make it happen again, right? And yeah, but they should be working together, right? And stop with their argument, man, that lasted for so long. But yeah, as I said, the episode was called literally Great Divide, and we began the episode with the argument between Sokka and Kitara, and Momo and Appa, and Aang ended up resolving all 3. We have one more episode to go. Let's go, guys. Chapter 12, The Storm. Why does this feel like a dream? Oh, it's so peaceful, man. Sokka flying on Aang's kite thingy. Katara riding a giant Momo. It's gonna turn into a nightmare. The storm.
Guys?
Oh yeah,
Gyatso?
it's a nightmare. Gyatso, his master.
I didn't mean to.
Damn. You can tell that it's subconsciously eating him, right? The moment when he dropped into water and froze.
I just had a bad dream. Go back to sleep.
Don't have to tell me twice.
Are you
Oh,
alright?
he's the only one without the
I'm
sleeping
okay.
bag.
You seem to be having a lot of nightmares lately. You want to tell me about it?
I
So
think
it
I just
happens
need some
frequently
You guys want to hear about my dream?
lately.
That's okay. I didn't want to talk about it anyway.
rest. Smooth flying.
Well, we better smoothly fly ourselves to a market, because we're out of food.
The episode is called
Guys,
Storm,
wait.
though.
This was in my dream. We shouldn't go to the market.
What happened in your dream?
Food eats people.
Food eats people.
Also, Momo could talk. You said some very unkind things.
The Ankh is back, together with Prince
You're out of
Zuko.
your mind, Uncle. The weather's perfect. There's not a cloud in sight.
I believe him. Oh, I believe
Storm is
him.
approaching from the north. I suggest
We'll do the same.
Prince Zuko consider the safety of the crew.
The safety of the crew doesn't matter.
That guy heard
Finding
it.
the
He's like,
Avatar is far more
Did you
important
say?
than any individual's safety.
It's all worked up.
he's always like that. But yeah, Zuko's situation is not
Good.
easy.
It's perfect.
I
I'm
wanna be
telling you.
like Oh, Zuko is bad. He's
I like
always
the sound
angry.
of that
He got
swishing.
banished, man. They're
Swishing
like
means it's ripe. It's the ripe juices
the
swishing
whole culture
around,
of Fire
huh?
Nation
I
is
think it's true,
very messed
Katara.
up.
Swishing means it's ripe.
She looked so annoyed. What
Out
the
of food and out
fuck?
of money. Now what are we supposed to do?
You could get a
That
job,
was so mean.
smart guy.
She literally
Go
kicked him
out
in the
there.
butt.
Please, the fish can wait. There's going to be a terrible storm.
Oh.
You're crazy.
Shelter from what?
My joints say there's going to be a storm.
That's literally like my
Well, it's
grandma.
your joints against my brain.
Yeah, she
And I hope
always
your brain
feel
can find someone else to haul that fish, cause I ain't
the
coming.
change in
Then I'll
weather in
find
her
a new
bones.
fish hauler and pay him double what you get. How you like that?
I'll go.
You're hired.
You're hired! Oh! Look who was right.
Looks
Uncle
like your
Iroh.
uncle was right about the storm after all.
They're gonna rub it to his face.
Lieutenant, you'd better learn some
His
respect.
lieutenant.
Or I
He
will
demands
teach it to you.
respect.
What do you know about respect?
Holy fuck!
What do
Look
you
at Iroh!
What do you know about respect? About anyone but yourself.
Damn.
Then again, what should I expect from a spoiled prince?
He is going in! He's provoking him, clearly. He challenged him to a duel. I mean...
Enough. We're all a bit tired from being at sea so
He's not
long.
gonna let it happen.
I'm sure after a bowl of noodles,
It's your help keeping order on my ship.
And Zuko is pretty strong. He kicked Zhao's ass. He was one of the
Sokka, maybe this isn't
highest
such a
ranked
good idea.
members.
With the tattoos has some sense. You should listen to him.
The boy with the tattoos because
Boy
of the
with
arrow.
tattoos. Airbender tattoos. The Avatar disappeared
This old
for
guy is so
100
grumpy.
years on the world.
Don't yell at him. Aang would never turn his back on anyone.
Ah, the Katara is stepping up for him,
I
bro.
guess I
So
was
sweet.
born
Oh, but this
suffering.
old guy is like
Aang
literally
is the bravest
manifesting
person
Aang's
I
dream
know.
that he had.
He has done nothing but help
Let's
people
go,
and save
Katara.
lives since I met him. It's
Oh,
not
Aang
his
looks
fault he
so-
disappeared, right, Aang?
Depressed. Because of that dream he's fleeing, man.
That's right. Keep flying.
Oh,
You're a
shut the
horrible
fuck
old
up.
man.
Friends ain't too polite, are they?
I know. This one time I was.
Yeah. Get below deck.
This old dude, bro. He's very tough guy to deal with, it seems. He was arguing with his wife, I guess, as well. If that's his wife. Is that Aang? Oh, that's a pretty cool cave to chill and watch the rain. Looks so cozy,
It's
but...
okay. That fisherman was way out of line.
Oh
What do you
no.
mean? A long story.
I'm gonna try to get a little fire.
I was the Avatar.
The first time
I was
he...
playing with some other kids just
found out.
outside the south wall. I was trying to teach them how to do the air scooter. First, you form the ball. Then you gotta get on quick.
I like that move.
Quick, get on! You kinda have to balance on it like it's a top.
Man, that's hard.
Where'd you learn that trick, Aang? I made it up. Wow!
Aang, come with us. We need to speak with you.
And hit the arrow, the other kids didn't.
Avatar for some time. Do you remember these?
Those were some of my favorite toys when I was little.
And they look like
You
toys.
chose them from among thousands of toys, Aang. The toys you picked were the four
For Avatar relics, wow! Is that how it happens every time?
Your own past lives.
I just chose
Damn,
them
that's
because they
so
seemed
cool.
fun.
You chose them because they were familiar.
Signs.
It's like they knew strong clouds are gathering.
I fear
Wow.
war may be upon us, young Avatar.
We need you, Aang.
We need you. Gyatso, what Gyatso said. Wow, that gave me chills, man. So that's why they sped up the process with when it comes to Aang.
We were just...
It's okay.
He is chill, he's chill.
Of course, sir.
And he's gonna talk about Zuko.
Educated young man. He has been through much.
Are we gonna get his backstory? Was that him?
Let me in.
Prince Zuko, what's wrong?
So
I
he
want to
didn't
go into
have
the war chamber, but the guard won't let me pass.
the scar.
You're not missing anything. Trust me.
Start learning as much as I can?
He was so
Very well.
positive.
But you must promise not to speak. These old folks are a bit sensitive, you know.
Yeah, they all have the fiery personality, right? Short fuse.
Their strongest earthbenders and fiercest warriors. So I am recommending the 41st Division.
But the 41st is
The
entirely
tactics
new
for the war.
recruit.
To use them as sacrifices?
Distraction while we mount an attack from the rear. What
So brutal.
as bait than fresh meat.
You can't sacrifice an
Jesus.
entire division like that.
Oh, and Zuko was stepping up for them, bro.
Betray them.
And he was instructed by
Zuko was
Iroh not
right,
to
you
speak.
see. But it was not his place to speak
He
out.
was totally right,
There
man.
were
I'm with
dire
Zuko.
consequences.
Didn't know how to feel about it.
I mean, it's a huge
All I knew
deal.
was
It's a
that
huge
after I
burden
found out,
for a kid,
everything
especially.
began changing.
Yeah.
Hey,
The way the kids are looking at him, right? They were all good at it.
what's going on?
Now that you're the Avatar, it's
Yeah.
kind of an unfair advantage for whichever team you're on.
Can't play?
That's the only fair way.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Aang.
Okay, now who wants
That's
to have
sad
Jinju
as
on their
fuck,
team?
man. What the fuck? And he was stuck playing some old man's board games with Gyatso.
What do you mean?
Is he cheating? What is he doing?
Avatar should be training.
Aang has already trained enough for today.
Time is short. Come with me. I must test you on some high-level techniques.
Oh god, but I think that
As long as
Gyatso
I am his guardian,
understood
I will
that he was
decide
still
when
a
to
child and that it's still important for him to have fun.
Outburst in the meeting.
I like how we're getting
Fire
both
Lord
backstories at the
became
same
very
time.
angry with him.
Is that the reason why he was banished?
Zuko's challenge of the general was an act of complete disrespect. And there was only one way to resolve this.
Agni Kai. A fire duel.
Agni
That's right.
Kai.
He's not afraid. But Zuko...
Yeah, Zuko has heart.
When he turned to face his opponent, he was surprised to see it was not the general. The Fire Lord's war room.
It was Ozai,
Lord
right?
whom he had disrespected.
Disrespect goes towards him.
Would have to do his own father.
And the fact that his own father like scarred him in the eye like
I'm
that.
starting to feel better. Something
What a prick. Poor
Aang
Zuko,
needs to
bro.
have freedom and fun. He needs to grow up as a normal boy.
You cannot keep protecting him.
Your affection for the boy cloud your judgment.
All I want is what is best for him.
Gyatso was a real one.
Need is what's best for the world.
It can
You
be
and Aang
balanced.
must be separated. The
You're
Avatar will be sent away to
separated.
the Eastern Air Temple to complete his training.
Damn. Poor Aang, bro.
I don't know what to say.
How could they do that to me? They wanted to take away everything I knew and everyone I loved.
Whoa! Hot centers!
He's getting
I'm
very
sorry I
upset.
got so mad. You have a right to be
But like
angry after
usual,
the monks
he
sent you
calms
away
down
like that.
immediately.
Well, that's not exactly what happened.
Not exactly what happened. Is that a
I'm
letter?
not going to let them take you away from me.
I never saw Gyatso again.
Bro. And during that night, during that storm, it happened. Yeah.
Next thing I knew, I was waking up in your arms after you found me in the iceberg.
And it has been 100 years.
Back to our temple. My people needed me and I wasn't
And
there
he
to help.
saw
You don't know
Gyatso's
what would have. The world needed me and I
skeleton.
wasn't there to help. Aang, the fisherman was right. I did turn my back on the world.
If you had stayed, you would have been killed along with all the other airbenders.
You don't know that.
I know it's meant to be this way. The world needs you now. You give people
Yeah,
hope.
but maybe it is like a destiny, a fate. That it happened like this. Because he will
Prince
actually
Zuko
have the
saw that
chance
it
to
was
save the
his
world.
father who had come to do mercy.
He begged for
I only
mercy.
had the Fire Nation's best interest at disrespect.
I am your loyal son.
Rise and fight, Prince Zuko.
Jesus.
I won't fight you.
He didn't want to fight his father.
And suffering.
He was bowing down, apologizing and explaining himself, bro. Holy shit, and look at Tyro. Oh, fuck was I, bro. Fuck, this is so emotional, bro.
Training accident.
It was no
Damn.
accident to fight. Zuko had shown shameful weakness.
For not wanting to fight his own father. So that was the punishment.
The Avatar.
The Avatar is the only chance he has of things returning to normal.
Things will never
Bro,
return
I'm
to
so
normal.
glad we learned this.
But the important thing is, the Avatar gives Zuko hope.
Everything makes sense. I have way more respect for Zuko now, bro. Oof. Holy fuck! The lightning struck the ship. Old granny who warned, tried to warn.
They should have been back by now, and this storm is becoming a typhoon.
Of them.
Staying here.
I'm staying here.
We'll be back soon. I promise.
Yeah, she tried to warn her husband. The helmsman, oh bro. And Zuko is climbing up to help. That's a big wave. What? What did Iroh do? He got struck by the lightning, but it looked like he wanted that, but what did he actually do? It was starting to fall. Not to fall, but maybe the lightning was gonna strike the tower again, and Iroh like redirected it to himself. Somehow.
Where are they?
That's crazy. No way! He actually made a hole through that wave.
There!
The Avatar!
Oh shit! Right now during this storm?
Let him
What do you
go.
wanna do, sir?
We need to get this ship to safety.
Then we must head
Yeah,
directly
they
into
understand
the
him
eye
now.
of the storm.
Wow. Bro,
Too young to die.
I don't know how they still hanging, to be honest, man. This is pure luck. The lightning. Oh, he was using water bending. Nice. Well played. Look at old dude. Oh Jesus, another one. They got absorbed and they end up in water again. Here we go, the Avatar power. But it's gonna be different, right? Wow. It's like the water ball inside.
Sorry.
Your apology is accepted.
Because of the storm, he apologized, man. Zuko is a very great character, man. And they meet. Their eyes meet, man. Wow.
What if instead of an apology, I give him a free fish and we call it even?
That works.
I don't eat meat.
Oh.
Fish ain't meat.
Seriously? You're still gonna pay me, right?
In fish.
Tara, I think you were right before. I'm done dwelling on the past. Here now, and I'm going to make the most of it.
I don't think
Nice.
you're gonna have those nightmares
That's the
anymore.
mentality.
If you weren't here now, well, I guess I wouldn't be either.
True.
Thank you for saving my life, Avatar.
Let's go. Appa is such a troll. Wow, what an episode, man. Well, this episode might be one of my favorites of the Avatar series so far, man. Wow, phenomenal. The way the writers like chose to show us both backstories, Aang'S and Zuko'S at the same time, right? Jumping from one to another, but in such a like smooth way. I actually liked the direction of this episode a lot, man. So Zuko got punished for speaking up about the soldiers of the Fire Nation and their lives, that Fire Nation shouldn't use like the meat distraction, like living, breathing human beings just as a distraction without even chance of like winning, and to like sacrifice them to achieve their goals, right, of conquest, of conquering the Earth Kingdom. And it definitely seems like a Fire Nation thing to do, right? But I feel like Zuko has heart, and if Zuko is like the next generation of Fire Nation ruler, I think that he would be much better fit, and that we would have the Fire Nation like before the incidents and before they started like conquering everyone, right? And more like in a line with Avatar Roku, right? So yeah, I already kind of liked Zuko's character, but after this backstory, man, it makes so much sense why he acts the way he does, man. When he found out that it was not the general that he's about to fight, right, as a punishment, or they said like Aang, or they have a special name for those type of fights, I guess, when somebody like disrespects a higher up, they have a special name for that fight, right? They need to fight. But it wasn't him, it was his father, because it happened in the Fire Lord's place, office, whatever, room, right? So the disrespect was directed towards him, and it's his own father. And when he realized that, he of course had no intention at all at going against his own father, man. He definitely likes his own father, loves him. He was begging him not to fight him. He was crying. He was apologizing. He said that he meant no disrespect, man. And he didn't. He's just taking care, being like compassionate and caring for his own people, man, for soldiers. That's like a trait of a great leader, right? But they don't give a shit about that, man. His father as well. I guess it's the culture of Fire Nation, right? They're very tough, man. They're like, I assume, usually not emotional, and they do not they're not soft, right? So even if it's his own child, the prince, he doesn't give a shit. He needs to set an example in front of everyone, right? To show them how the Fire Nation operates. And he attacks Zuko, and hence why he has that scar, I guess. It's because of his own father. And because he didn't want to fight, then comes another punishment in form of banishing him from the country, man. Holy fucking shit, poor Zuko. And the one and only thing motivating him to push forward is Avatar. The Aang, and Avatar is pushing Zuko to become stronger and stronger, man. And yeah, I really love the writing of this show, man. And then we have Aang, who found out that he was Avatar very young. Usually it happens when they turn 16. And we learned that in the past, in the previous episodes as well. But now actually got to see the higher-ups really wanting to fully dive deep into his training. They sensed some disturbance, right? They sensed the war approaching. They were right. Fire Nation started their attacks. But Gyatso, such a nice mentor, such a nice dude, he was feeling so bad that Aang has been stripped of his childhood and everything great that goes with it, right? To play with other kids, to just laugh and have a fun time, man. The kids learned that he's Avatar, and they were like, oh, sorry, it's gonna be unfair to other team if you play air soccer with us, right? So yeah, but those kids were polite as well. It's not like they were being like total dicks about that or anything, right? It still sucks that they didn't let him play, but yeah. Those higher-ups as well, I can understand their POV. But Gyatso really cared about Aang. It was like he was his grandson, literally, man. And he was even willing to help him, right? When he went into his room during the storm and Aang was no longer there, he left the message, and it was a very bad storm that led to him getting under the sea, and he froze himself and Appa, and next thing he knew, he woke up in Katara's arms, as he said, and it was 100 years ago. So yeah, that sucks. But yeah, Gyatso was playing with him, right, in order to still give him that childhood that every child deserves, right? Or at least to have the balance. Gyatso is aware that he's an avatar and that he needs to train as well. It's not like Gyatso was against that, but he also wanted to provide some fun. These guys wanted him to constantly train and have the avatar thing on his mind. But then again, I'm coming back to that. They sensed that war is coming. They were right. But also, what Katara said, there is a reason why things played out like this. It's fate, right? If you stay there, you would probably die. But like this, the avatar gets to live. Yeah, it's tough. People are gonna wait a lot. But the avatar returned and Aang will save the world, man. I'm quite sure of it. So yeah, both great backstories. Enjoyed this episode a lot. And I will end the video here. Thank you for watching, guys. I hope that you enjoyed. If you did, please consider subscribing, leave a like, comment, all that good stuff as always. Check out my Patreon page if you want to see full and early reactions. I will be seeing you very soon with another video. Until then, take care and have a nice day. See ya.